Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do another quick get ready with me, but this time I'll talk about the products I'm using. I've got some new products over the last few weeks, so I thought I'd try them out with you, show you what I think of them, show you how they go on, and overall get ready with me from before to after. So I hope you enjoy my video, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel because it's growing slowly, and I'll see you at the end. Bye. Good morning. Today's get ready with me video, I'm just going to talk about some of the products that I'm using at the moment that I really like, so I thought I'd film myself putting them on and talking about them. No makeup on at the moment, no skincare, no nothing. I've got a spot on my nose here, so I'm going to start from scratch, and I'll just tell you what I have brought recently. I've brought the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? This is 2%. So I'm using that one at the moment, and my skin's fairly dry now because I'm 57 and, you know, gone through the menopause and everything, so my skin's changed quite a bit. This one here, when I put it on, it kind of feels like sticky as well, so I don't know whether it's grabbing all the moisture. The moisture's just going like that, and it goes like that and sucks it right in. So I have been using that, and I use, whoops, it's quite gooey, so I use this first. I admit I don't use it every day, but I'm going to show you what I do with it here. So I just put a little bit here, there and everywhere, and a bit on my neck. I just rub it in my hands as well, but I must make sure I don't get it near my eyes. So when I put it on, the texture feels like greasy to start with, and then it suddenly absorbs straight in and goes completely like dry, and then it feels a bit sticky. Like that feels sticky now. It's strange. It's a strange texture. So that's new for me. So I've been using that. A Mecca Sun Cream sunscreen lotion. So I'll put some of that on as well, and just pop that one through, and on my neck, and all over, back of my hands as well. Very important. Just all over. So that's absorbing it on top of the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. And then I'm going to put on, I'm doing it a bit quick, I normally take a bit more time, but I just want to sort of get all this on to show you. Then I've got just some Nivea, like over 50, what is it now? It's just a moisturiser. I don't think it was about $20. Nourishing Day Creams SPF 30, which is always good to have, isn't it? So I'll just pop a bit of that on. I'll just bring it up as well. And what I have brought, I have had this before, it's a lip lifter gloss by Maybelline. It's a lip pumper, and it just is, again, that's got hyaluronic acid in it, and it just pumps up your lips. So I'll pop that on a bit to start with. Okay, so next thing I do, I have had this recently. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Cream, so I'll pop that one on as well, and I just put it around my eyes like this. Just be careful you don't get that in your eye, because it really stings, and it stings for ages, and your eyes just water and water and water. So I just dab it in carefully. I'm supposed to use that little finger, I think. Yeah, and then just, I pat it in, and then I just go around like that, and a bit over the top there. Just that's that a little bit. You can see the discoloration on my eyelids. So I've got Shape Tape. I'm going to use that on my eyelids, so I'm using this one. I've been happy with this. Yeah, at first I couldn't get on with it because I found it was too cakey for my type of skin, because it sort of sank into the wrinkles on around here and at the top there. But I've been using it a bit better, and I find the best way with this one is if you warm it up in your fingers as well. When you're applying, I'm going to use a brush to apply it, but then I'm just going to use a brush to just brush it through as well. So I use a little Real Techniques brush I use for that as well, and it really does take out the discoloration. I'm really happy with that, and I'm noticing I'm getting a bit of discoloration around here now as I'm getting older. And look at this droopy eye. This is my droopy eye. It looks quite droopy this morning, so I need to lift that up as well. Anyway, so just a little bit of this, and I just put a little bit on here. It does actually, I'll do a little bit there as well, and maybe there. And then I'll just bring that round. So that's what I do there. It really does help fade the colour on my skin there. It's good. I mean, the main reason is for holding your makeup in place, but I find it's a good coverage as well for the dark, your eyes that are a bit dark. Discoloured eyelids, that's what we're trying to say. Okay, I've got a little bit too much on there, so I'm just going to take my finger and just sort of blend it in a little bit more there. Yeah, it certainly helps, and I do like this stuff. Okay, so that sort of makes it look a little bit better. Yeah, and it's early in the morning, so I feel like I've got bags under my eyes already. Okay, so that bit's done there. I'm going to go ahead and actually put all the foundation on now, rather than do the eyes first. So with that, I've got my little beauty blender, and I'm going to use, I've actually been using my new Estee Lauder one, which I absolutely love. That's there we go. All right, so just dab all that in. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but anyway, hopefully. I have to go here a bit. It's really a good coverage, and it's quite a dewy finish as well, so it works really well for my skin. I normally use an Estee Lauder, not Estee Lauder, a Clinique one, so I will go back to that one after I've used this one up. But this is really nice. It feels quite light on. It doesn't feel really cakey. Oh, I should have brushed them up first. I've got quite a few grey hairs as well, but I do find the texture of this is really good for it, and it tends to cover the grey hairs really well. It's almost like a waxy texture on this eyebrow pencil, and I have used quite a few as well, so it really is quite good. I'll probably go back over and do that a little bit more. I used there's two sides to this. One side's for the thin line, which I've just done too thick there. I can correct it anyway. And if you do make a mistake, you just use the spoolie side of it, and you kind of can sort of erase a little bit of it out and kind of work again. See how it smudged it out a little bit there? And just make it a little bit better there. I create my little fake arch and make sure they're the same both sides. Okay, so as you can see so far, we've got rid of the discoloration from the Shape Tape, which I think's really working well. I can see how my eyes are still a bit droopy. This looks really quite droopy. This needs lifting up. I don't know if you can see full on how it looks like that. Excuse me. So I need, when I put my eyeshadow on, I'm going to emphasize up here just to try and lift it up a little bit as well. So first thing I'm going to do is just lay a colour down for a base colour, like a basic colour, just so my makeup goes on smoothly. So with that, I'll just take a fluffier brush, another Real Techniques brush, and I've just got this little palette which is super pigmented, and I'm going to use that colour there just to line my eyelids so I can apply my makeup properly, and it just is nice and smooth, so everything glides on smoothly. Yeah, it's very pigmented, this is, but it's okay. It's actually really nice. I haven't really experimented with many of the other colours on that palette yet, but I will. I've got 365 days to do that in. Okay, so that just gives me a smooth base for my eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow I'm going to use, there's a couple of different ones. First of all, I'll get my brushes. I'm going to use a MAC brush here. I don't know what number it is. It's just like a blending brush. But I'm going to apply my transition colour, which is this little one here. This is a I think it's Rendezvous. It's MAC Rendezvous, Royal Rendezvous. That's what it is. And it's just a little MAC eyeshadow. These aren't cheap. They're about $30 for that. Brilliant. It's a really nice colour. It's just good for my colour of my skin anyway. So I just tap a little bit in there and just apply it in the... Well, I'm going to go all over the eyelid, but I'll start off in the crease line here. And I don't want to go too far down because that's where it's getting a bit discoloured. Or, you know, like where it is kind of drooping. So I need to keep this lifted up. I'm just doing circular movements because my skin's a little bit crepey there. I'm going to go over the eyelid and the movable eyelid with a different colour anyway. And I'm using very little tension on here to swoop it across. Again, not to tear up my skin too much. Just having a look in this mirror here. I can see. I probably need my close-up mirror there. So the idea is I'm trying to create that hollow, carve out a hollow bit here where it's a droopy eye. Estee Lauder, one of the palettes that came with the package. And I'm going to use a darker colour. I'm going to use that colour in there. These are really nice formulas as well. I've been happy with these. So I'm going to go with this brush. It's a bit like a pencil brush. And I'm just going to sort of do a little bit of a detail just in here. And again, I'm carving out a little bit there to make the hooded bit look a little bit more emphasised, you know, so it's not so hooded. Now this is quite thick, this pencil one, so I'm going to use a different brush now. This is a MAC one. I think that was called, oh, that's a Morphe one, the one I just used. Now I'm going to use the MAC one, and it's a thinner one, and I'm just going to pat that in a little bit down here because I want to go over the eyelid a little bit there. And the pencil one I just used is a little bit too fluffy to do this finer detail. I've got this one, it's called Crown. I'm going to blend that all through, but I'll need my close-up mirror for that. So we're just going to sort of blend that in, take out those harsh lines. And again, not go right down here. I've got to be careful with that colouring. I'm bringing it up, but I'm also sort of stretching it across the eyelid as well, just to sort of distribute a little bit of colour, but give a bit of definition as well. I think this brush might be a little bit thick for that. I'll just have to swap that brush over with a different one. And what I'll have to do, I'll just go back in a little bit more with that one there, just to define that a little bit more. And maybe bring it up a teeny weeny bit on both sides. It's a real technique, it's an angle brush, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to go back in that same colour, and I'm just going to define right on the bottom lashes, but not too much on the lid. I'm just sort of pressing it in. I don't know if you can see that very well. I want to keep the lid space lighter just there, but I want to define the lash line a little bit. I know I went a bit thicker on that side there, but this is, we're talking about the middle bit and the around the eyelid there. Sorry, around the corner of my eye. Just like that. Okay, just let that set for a minute. We'll go in with my eyelash colours. I'm using the Kevin & Kwan. I've been very happy with this. So I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. A few little curls. So this is another new product, so I've been happy with this one as well. Okay, now I've been using, for the mascara, I've been using this little sample bottle of Tarte. It came with a little Tarte set. And it's really nice. It separates really well and it doesn't go cloggy, so I've been very happy with this one. So this was a new one to use. I do have some other nice ones, the Estee Lauder and a Napoleon one, but at the moment I'm enjoying this one. I find it just goes on really well. It's not too cloggy. It just doesn't clog up so much. See, that looks good already. I'll do a couple of coats as well. And it goes on really well, doesn't it? Nice. Some of them, because my eyelashes are quite long, some of them transfer onto my eyelid, which is quite annoying, but for some reason this one is just perfect. It doesn't do that. So with my eyebrows, or not the eyebrows, I'm going to use the same palette here. I'm just going to put a little bit of highlighter on the top of my, underneath my eyebrows, and I've got a little bit of highlighter just up here. I have got better highlighters ones. This one seems to be alright in this palette, but we'll use it for today. That's nice. And the other thing I'm using heaps of products because I told you I've got a whole new lot of stuff. I got a Smashbox palette I got for Christmas, and I'm going to, there's some beautiful colours in there. I have used them quite a bit. So, but today's makeup is a different palette. But I'm going to use this highlighter on here, which is a bit stronger than the Estee Lauder one. And I'm going to put that on my eyelid, just a touch on my eyelid, and just sort of up about there. So all those colours merge really nice now, don't they? I've got a few different colours going on there, and I think they look really pretty. You just do the fine tuning once you've got the main bits on, so just dab a little bit more on. I don't want that line to be too harsh. With that same palette, I've got a little contouring in there, so I'm just going to add a little bit of contouring on there. And I just do a little bit there. I'm not very good on contouring, but I'll just do it for this video. I've got quite a thin face, so I need to position it really well to emphasize the best parts of my face features. A bit around there, and can't really see all this because I have my fringe down, but I'll just sort of add a bit of warmth to my skin as well. If the wind blows, you can see it. Oh, it's just Essence. It's just some little cheap blusher I brought. It's quite a nice colour. It's quite pigmented as well, so I don't want to put too much of that on. And I'm going to use this brush. I have no idea where I got this from, but I've had it for a long while. I'll just pop a little bit of that on. Sure, I can just do that there. It's quite subtle, isn't it? It's not too bad. And everywhere. I'll go back to that little highlighter in here. I'll just add a little bit on the cheeks, I think, now. There's my little cheek brush. Don't know what this one is, but I use it a lot. It's flat and it's perfect. I'm just going to go on there. Touch on my nose. And I might just go a tiny bit more on there because it's a bit better than that Estee Lauder highlighter that I used. This is something else I got. This is a charcoal colour in Estee Lauder. Just going to line just a slight. Gosh, that is really sharp. But it's good because then I can be really precise with it too, can't I? Can you see that all right? I'm just going to line like that. Just blend the beauty blender, tap a little bit in here. What I do is I just tap a little bit on there. I don't want to do too much because I like the dewy look, but I'm obviously going to be setting the makeup a little bit too. Yeah, so it's really nice. I put a bit over my mouth because I'm going to be now putting some lipstick on. So yes, I still really like that. That's a lovely product, that one. And this is the original brush that I used to sweep over the whole eyelid. So I'm just going to go in and just go like that, and it'll take away. I'll use the product that was already left on it, and it'll just soften it, which it already has. And there a little bit. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So it's not a very solid dark colour, that is, and I am a little bit disappointed that it's not come up as low. It doesn't come up quite as solid as I thought. Anyway, onto lipstick, Estee Lauder, and out the new palette again, out of the new packet. This is lovely, just a good colour for me. Like that. The other thing I have got with Charlotte Tilbury, a matching lip gloss, which is in Pillow Talk as well. I do like this, but you know what? That's such a tiny little lipstick. I don't know how long this is going to last for. Okay, I will quickly go and do my hair, and then I'll show you the end result. But so far it looks really nice. I'm really happy with that. I've disguised the hooded eye just a little bit. I mean, I can't do much without. I'm just looking at the mirror here so you can see what I can see, so I can see what you can see. So the hooded eye is this, so I've actually got a little bit more defined around there. This side I obviously had to match it, so I think it looks okay. Yeah, I still look stern until I lift it up completely. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, but we are what we are, unless you have Botox and all that sort of stuff. So I'll quickly go and finish off this video and I'll see you at the end. Okay, and this is the finished look. I'm all dressed, the hair's all done, the clothes are all on, and this is the final look. So I hope you enjoyed my Get Ready With Me, talking about some of the new products that I like and I'm really happy with my mature skin and with my face type. All you know, little marks and blemishes and whatnot, so you can transform. The first look right at the beginning of the video to this is not too bad, so quite happy with the final result. So if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again. Bye.